Hey, ever wanted to make your own video game music? In today's video we're breaking down how to write an epic orchestral piece that can be used in battles, cutscenes or titles. So get comfortable, relax, drop me a like as it really helps support the channel, and let's get into it. Right, in today's video I want to show you what I think would be like the bare minimum you need in order to write something that sounds like epic orchestral music for a video game essentially. The first instrument is going to be the Nucleus Lite Edition by Audio Imperia, and that I think retails for around $99, and this is where we'll have the bulk of our sounds, so things like this. So we got strings, we've got like brass in there, so various things, percussion, all little bits, timpanis, very handy. And yeah, so lots of orchestral sounds with that. And then I've got here Project Sam, the free orchestra, so you can just go to projectsam.com and download that. And you've got things like hits, you've got ominous lows, which is great for great little sounds. Great hits. It's not comprehensive enough to make a full track out of by itself though, so you do need something like Nucleus to double up with it. And then finally, now the percussion is okay on those two plugins, but I am going to have to use Damage. And Damage comes free with Complete Ultimate, and you can buy it separately. But yeah, it's quite expensive if you do that, so ideally get it with a bundle. So as an intro, you can hear the drums first. So as you can see, Damage here has been doubled up with percussion from Nucleus Lite, which is just a snare drum. And then we've got this choir. Again with Nucleus, and then I've got the Pandora bursts, you just heard them, they sound great. And now we've got the staccato strings, just individual notes, and the main part which is just emphasizing the drums at the bottom. And nothing complicated there, just literally E, D, E, Ds, and then going up the scale, F sharp, G, and then doing that again. So a pretty simple intro, which I'm going to lead on to a copy and paste, and some brass and strings playing this line. Let's have a listen. Essentially going up the scale and going back a note each time. So we're just going B, C, D, and then E at the end. But all together it sounds like this. And finally, just that rundown from the B down the scale. Nothing too exciting there. We're in E minor obviously here. Just quickly, if you could tap the thumbs up button, it would really help me out. If you have any questions or suggestions for future tracks you'd like me to make, pop them down below. And just so you know, there are already dozens of tutorials on this channel to help you become a video game composer, with many more coming each week, so feel free to get subscribed. Right, back to it. And that's going to lead into this. So to break that down, we've got Damage again and the percussion doing that. Again, just emphasizing what I wanted to happen on the stabs. And here we've got the chords. So let's have a look at the chords, shall we? It's not even the chords. It's just octaves. E, D, C, D, back to E. And then this spiccato patch. So similar to the spiccato strings below we just listened to, but we're now emphasizing those hits on damage. And then we've got a melody. Yeah, just playing it once and then I doubled it up an octave, just the octave below as well. That way it thickens out the sound. And then to triple it up, we've also got it on the brass. Just copied and pasted. And to fill out that low end, we have those Pandora bursts. Just emphasizing beat 1 of the bar on just E and C. Good. Right, let's fill that out a bit more the second time. So first we've got this timpani line, just emphasizing the same hits as before. Then we have got this part here, which is just a double of the spiccato strings, but it's spiccato on the brass. Good, and the main bit is this strings here, which sounds like this. Just a harmony line. All together. Sounds pretty epic, so let's bring down the energy for the next section, which sounds like... Yeah, so it's mainly just staying around E minor now. We just got that dum dum da da dum on the strings. Let's solo that out. And it's kind of just all rooting around the E chord. And this part here is just implying the chord, which is the same as before. E, C and D. Back to E. The same as the legato strings. Just following the chord. And finally we have this string here, which is a melody. And this is just me playing high notes all the way up here on the B. B, A, C, B, F sharp, B, E. And now we just want to bring it up one last time to end the piece. And with the strings here, I have added another octave. So we've got an even lower octave down the bottom. Sorry, that was the wrong patch, that one there. And we have got this little patch here doing this. Yeah, just to add a bit of tension as it goes along. And we've got, I've already put orchestral cymbals down. Didn't show that before, did I? Just these, oh, they're not just cymbals. What patch is that? Let's have a look. Oh, I did add one extra instrument to this template, Evolve. That comes free with Complete Ultimus as well, but that's just an extra little thing. You don't need that. And let's listen to that section. Good. That's quite a big ending. This is not going to loop round this piece. This is going to be more of if you played it as a intro and then you had a bit of silence for say 4 bars and then you started again. So let's have a listen from the top and see, hear it all in context. I think that sounds pretty good, and that's with some fairly cheap instruments there. Yes, doing it for free, I don't know if that's possible. I have used the, I think it's called BBC Symphony Orchestra by Spitfire Audio. That doesn't sound as good as this. It's got more choice to it, but you're not going to get it sounding quite as epic as that. So you can see how this structure works with it just building up. You can see more and more things being added in until we have a crescendo, and then bring it back down, and you see much less stuff here, and then bring it back up for one last hit at the end, which ends the piece. Good. Any questions, pop them down below. If you could like and subscribe, that would help out the channel. And there's about 30 odd tutorials now on my channel, so go and check them out and get subscribed because there'll be plenty more soon. Take care.